this point, West Alabama really hoping that this isn't just another long run through the Gulf South Conference. Maybe they are hoping for it. They ended up winning the regular season title. They are looking for a little bit more here in March, and the Chargers are looking to get back to the South Region Championship game. Tip won by the Tigers, and we're underway. B.J. Brown Jr., who is an absolutely electric point guard, hands it off now. Elliott Tulip over the right-hand side. Caleb Parr back up top for Brown Jr. This is what you're going to see from the Tigers. It's a very slow offense. It's methodical. Long mid-range two. Off the back iron. Rebound by Toles, taking it down the other side. Dumps it off for Thurman. Now back to Toles. Toles, who was phenomenal in the first half yesterday, had 14 points. Finished the ball game with 20. Thurman back to Toles, two-man game so far. Toles inside, lays it up. No good. Mabe looking for the offensive rebound. Can't secure it. B.J. Brown Jr. the other way. All the way into the paint. Craning shot is good. B.J. Brown Jr. with the opening bucket here. Nobody waiting for the inbound from Thurman. B.J. Brown Jr. off to another quick start here. Entering the tournament, he was averaging 20 points per game. Through the Gulf South Conference tournament, and he's on the board first here. Mabe on the inside, kicks it out. First three, rattles in and out. Almost went down. First rebound secured by Christian Thompson, who averages double digits a game. Had another double-digit rebound performance, 14 of them in the first game of the opening round of the tournament. Brown launches it back over right wing. Another long two. No good. Mabe snares the rebound. Another quick possession for the Tigers offensively. Dump in pass. Mabe tried to work his way into the paint. Thompson again being difficult. Mabe hands it off. Long three. No good. Tipped back around. Mabe can't secure it. Will foul. Looking for the rebound. Quentin Toles off on his first three. A little bit of a push there. It was Mabe and Caleb Parr who were going for the loose ball. Tigers basketball. Over 2 minutes into the ball game, and it's another very slow start offensively in a West Alabama ball game, which is exactly what they like to see. Tulip back for Brown Jr. Guarded by Toles. Brown Jr. inside. The C parted, couldn't finish the layup, and Thurman secures the rebound. Couple of tough misses now for the Tigers as they try and get a little bit of a cushion here in the early minutes. Thurman inside, lays it off the glass for two. Tie ball game, early stages. Couple of easy layups on either end of the floor. One team converting, one team not. Tulip inside the arc. High arcing shot, won't go. Offensive rebound. It's an offensive foul. We'll go on Rashawn Frederick, who had difficulties with fouls yesterday. Only played 13 minutes in the first ball game for the Tigers. Ended up fouling out of the contest. They need him to be available. He is the team's leading scorer. Couple of subs for the Chargers. Canute Wood checks in along with Griffin Cooper. No changes for the Tigers. Thurman working Brown Jr. into the paint. Thompson trying to help. Thurman lost his dribble now. Just 9 on the shot clock. Out to Toles. Toles, long three. Off the nose. Offensive board secured. He got a jump ball. B.J. Brown Jr. got his hands into the mix there. Griffin Cooper keeping it on this end of the floor, but it'll flip the arrow. Checking in for the first time, Albright Abode, the senior forward. Three up again, no good. This time Toles, he's now 0 for 3 from three-point range, 0 for 4 total from the field. Another slow start for him against this Tigers defense. Parr, guarded by Toles. Entry pass, dropped in. Double team coming on the right-hand corner. Tulip now spins past Wood. Lost dribble momentarily. Back out to Brown Jr. Just one on the shot clock. Hoisted up, off the glass and down. A possession that looked like it was going absolutely nowhere. A last-second heave by the point guard. The Tigers are back ahead. Allard trying to get him going. He has struggled mightily against this Tigers group this season. Need to see him put the ball through the basket. Layup off the glass, down and good. Griffin Cooper with 2. Trying to let the big fellas get going early here. Both buckets from some of the individuals in the interior for the Chargers. Frederick to Tulip. Just 15 left on the shot clock here. Not much in the way of moving towards the basket. Frederick inside. Works against Thurman. Turns it over. And Thurman slowing things down here. Getting it back into the hands of Quentin Toles. Thurman from deep. The Chargers still trying to rein it in from three-point range. They are now 0 for 5 from deep. They hit our first media timeout in the matchup. It's 4-4 with 14:50 left on the clock.
These are the moments that live on, that we'll talk about for years to come. We come here to see history made, sharing in the wins and the upsets.
Together, because whether we're players or fans, we're all on the same team. And to us,
this is more than just a game. It's an important moment in our lives, one that's worth protecting.
So if you see something, say something. Report suspicious activity to your local authorities.
Now out of the first media timeout, tie ball game. All season long, these matchups have been relatively low scoring, pretty close in the margins. West Alabama, as mentioned earlier, leads the season series 2-1. Final scores of the ball game 70-54, 80-72, and 70-64. Final game there was the loss for West Alabama. Even then, keeping the Chargers from hitting their season average in scoring. It's been a real grind affair. First miss of the ball game for Jacoby Singleton, who subbed in after the timeout. He was the second half hero for West Alabama in their first ball game. Toles still 0 for the game. Now 0 for 5. Really trying to get going, scoring the basketball. He's just had a tough time finding the mark here after a blistering start in the first game. Singleton dumps it off. Parr now inside, pulls it back against Wood. Brown, 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Inside against 3. Off the glass, gets his own miss. Can't convert on the putback attempt, but he's going to the free throw line. You know, it's going to make Coach Hedgepeth a little bit frustrated when the smallest guy on the floor gets his own miss, especially when he's got a very large group. He's committed now. A couple of big bodies on the floor here. Also, for housekeeping purposes, Preston Parker on the floor for Alabama Huntsville. Only 2 changes out of the timeout. One for each side. Missed free throw by Brown Jr. He misses them both. Rebound off the second missed free throw. And you have a backcourt. Brown Jr. this season from the free throw line, just under 69%. Misses both here. He's putting some real pressure on the Chargers' interior defense. Toles works through the double team. Mabe lost his footing. Tigers bench was looking for a travel there. Kick out to the right-hand corner. Corner shot, no good. Alabama Huntsville 0 for 6 now from three-point range after a terrific opening game. Parr looking for somebody to pass to. Ends up in the hand of Travion McCray, who has now entered the ballgame. Brown Jr. from the mid-range again, no good. Offensive rebound was available for Abode. Can't get it. Toles with the transition bucket. Gets him on the board. His first points, now 1 for 6 in the ballgame. Ends a 2-minute and change long scoring drought for the Chargers. Leading now 6-4. Brown Jr. to Singleton. His mid-range shot, no good. Operating almost exclusively from inside the arc, particularly with these long twos. Wood back out for Thurman. Thurman from deep. That hits the bottom of the cup. First make from distance on 7 shots for the Chargers. Was a huge part of their win. They went 15 for 28 against Palm Beach Atlantic. Now 1 for 7 and a 5-point lead. McRae working to his left. 2 come. Lost the ball on a pass, looking for Singleton. Now the Chargers pushing the tempo a bit, getting the ball over to Thurman. Thurman inside. Matt Thurman lost it for just a moment. Feints the 3. Looking for somebody to pass to here. Gets it into the hands of Preston Parker. Now Mabe, top of the key. 10 on the shot clock. 3-pointer put up. Too strong again by Quentin Toles. Very fortunate here, West Alabama, that Toles is off to a very cold start from deep. McRae. Back to Brown Jr. Abode with the screen. Brown Jr. nearly lost it again. 5 on the shot clock. McRae, step back 3. Knocked off line. Toles with the rebound. A block for Canute Wood. Thurman inside, working through 2 again. The doubles on the interior have been coming frequently. And it's Mabe cleaning things up on the inside. A layup has actually been fantastic against the Tigers. Extremely consistent. He's had 8 points in all 3 previous matchups this season. One of the most consistent options that the Chargers have had in this matchup. Brown Jr. trying to direct some traffic here, getting Singleton to clear out a bit. McRae on the right-hand side now for Caleb Parr. Toles with the steal, wasn't even looking at the basketball. And a foul by Caleb Parr. 10:33 left on the first half clock. It's 11-4, the Chargers. A 9-0 run over 5 minutes of play. The NCAA sponsors 92 national championships in 24 sports across 3 divisions each year. We cheer for the 500,000 student athletes in the game and in the classroom. For more information or to find a championship near you, you can visit ncaa.com. Out of our second media timeout here, the Chargers with the 7-point advantage. We saw it happen yesterday as well in the Tigers' opening game, that there can be some runs, but it takes a lot of time to make those runs happen. A couple of changes out of the timeout. Bryce Mason back on the floor. A million bugs on for West Alabama. Also back onto the floor, Griffin Cooper kicks it back out to Allard. Thomas Allard, the right-hand side. Mason working through, back to Allard, left wing. Cooper with the rebound, and it gets turned away. Back into the hands of Preston Parker, right place, right time. Took the block, puts it back up for two. 9-point lead now for Alabama Huntsville. It's an 11-0 run over 5.5 minutes. West Alabama just 2 of 11 on this side of the floor. They have only attempted 1 3 and missed it. Bugs inside. Left it back. And it's Christian Thompson getting on the board. His first field goal attempt. He only has 1 rebound as well. The Chargers have certainly neutralized him in this ballgame on the glass and defensively. And then the miscue with the pass. There's Allard looking for Cooper. Entry pass a little bit too high. Elliott Tulip dropping it in softly for B.J. Brown Jr. Trying to get this offense back on track. Tulip lost it right out of his handle. All the way down the floor. Preston Parker couldn't get it to drop. Neither team shooting particularly well, as you would expect. 11 minutes deep into this ball game, both teams under 15 points. Got a foul away from the ball. It's going to go on Preston Parker. It's just his first personal foul, but something to keep track of in this ball game. Yesterday, Alabama Huntsville only committed 9 personal fouls. It was their second game of the season with under 10. Already they have 5. A little bit of a different spot here and something to keep track of as we get later on in the ballgame. Rashawn Frederick kicks it around. A million bugs inside with the scoop layup. Deficit cut to 5 now as the Tigers start to get a little bit of momentum going on that end of the floor. Mabe didn't have his feet under him here. Bugs drops it off for Brown Jr. High layup off the glass. Late foul call. Couple of Chargers tilting their heads a bit, not loving the foul call. Canute Wood picking up the foul. B.J. Brown Jr. back to the free throw line. Mentioned just under 69% from the charity stripe this season. Averaging 11 points per game, but he really has turned it on in March. The Gulf South Conference tournament, he averaged 20 points per game, 5 assists, and just under 3 steals. Had a pretty good one yesterday. We're going to need a little bit more offensively. This time he's good on both at the line. That's a 6-0 run for the Tigers over 72 seconds. We got another foul away from the basketball. It's on Christian Thompson. His first personal foul, just the third for West Alabama. Inbound coming from Allard. Faking a couple of passes. Took him a while to get it into Thurman. Toles working around his screen now. Kicks it out right corner. Thought about the three for just a second. Entry pass into Mabe gets disrupted. It's a turnover by Bryce Mason. Three-pointer put up by Tulip. That's good. Elliott Tulip really needing to get it going to help this Tigers group find their offensive rhythm again. Went 2 of 9 yesterday with 5 turnovers. Makes his second shot of the ball game. Wide open, corner three. That's good. Trading triples here as the Chargers find their second from deep. And very different styles of basketball on the offensive end. One team almost exclusively from the inside. Another team, half their shots have come from three-point range. B.J. Brown Jr. sneaks it around 2 guys. Thompson can't finish it. Couldn't get his own miss either. Back the other way. Toles push it all the way to the rim. Gets knocked off line. The shot is right on the money, though. Quentin Toles with his second make from the field. He's got 4 points now. Toles second on his team in scoring right now in the ball game with 4 points. Tulip, the rainmaker three-pointer. Bugs ends up with a miss. The Tigers staying on the offensive end here, looking for some second chance points. Frederick scrambling, long pass. Allard intercepts it. Going up against B.J. Brown Jr., kicks it back out for 3. Toles right through the net. Quentin Toles with his first make from distance off the turnover. And just like that, the Chargers' lead is back up to 8. It's an 8-0 run over 69 seconds. They're 3 of their last 3 from the field. Cashing in on the turnover. Under 6 minutes to play here in the first half of action. Nearly another turnover. Tulip inside, left-handed layup. That's good. Transition bucket now right off the inbound. Bryce Mason with the 2. And it'll be a timeout spent by the Tigers here with things getting away from them a bit. It's an 8-point lead for Alabama Huntsville. 5:44 left to play here in half number 1.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor.
It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
The NCAA thanks our corporate champions, AT&T, Capital One, Coca-Cola, and our corporate partners, Buffalo Wild Wings, Geico, Great Clips, Home Depot, Intuit TurboTax, Invesco QQQ, LG, Marriott, Pizza Hut, Reese's, Ritz, Samsung Galaxy, Unilever, and Wendy's. Their support enhances NCAA championships and the educational and athletic experiences of nearly 500,000 NCAA student athletes. First time out called by the University of West Alabama's head coach Nick Woodruff in his 6th season. Current coach of the year in the Gulf South Conference and wanting to get his group together. The defense has been great. The offense has been lacking. And trailing by 8 points here with time running out in the first half of action. Been some turnovers that have really bitten the Tigers over the last couple of minutes. Tulip inside to Thompson, back out to B.J. Brown Jr. 10 on the shot clock. He'll take the 3. That rims out. Million Bugs with the offensive rebound and then the turnover. Thomas Allard now taking it the other way. He's been very aggressive over the last few minutes, particularly passing the basketball. Quentin Toles back out for Thurman. Allard to Toles. Long 3. Bottom. Quentin Toles is heating up here in the first half of action. He's up to 10 points now. after what was a very chilly start. All of a sudden, he's at double figures, only scorer in the game to hit double digits so far. Ball poked off of a Tiger. The pass was looking for Jacoby Singleton, and then a great read. Bounced the pass right off of Singleton's legs. It's again Thomas Allard making his impact felt. A lot of the times, if you're not going to score the basketball, how can you make an impact in the other facets of the game? Right now, Allard's doing it on defense and with his passing. Thurman for three. Too strong off the right side of the rim. Tigers down 11. Bringing back Travion McCray. McCray inside. Looking for somebody to help him out there. He was trapped in the post. Now heading on over to Jacoby Singleton, asking him what his plans were. It's another turnover. The third in the last 92 seconds by the Tigers. They're giving the Chargers a lot of runway here to put themselves pretty handedly in the lead. Allard inside, working against Thompson, spins around, lost it, and Thompson ailing after the contact. Really grimacing here. He heads over to the scorer's table. Allard, good on the first one. This season, shooting 79% from the charity stripe. They're out to what has been 13.7 point per game average. Did not have a very efficient performance yesterday. 3 of 9, 0 of 5 from three-point range at 7 points. They need his point production. And you'll take the facilitation as well if it's available. It's a 13-point advantage now for the Chargers with under 4 to play in the first half. Singleton over to Abode. Now McCray again. A bit of a zone defense look here from the Chargers. Abode inside, back out, up top. Off the nose. Offensive rebound for Caleb Parr. Nearly had it. And Quentin Toles was able to backtrack, secure the rebound, and close out the possession. Toles. Pump fake. Allard now with the pump fake from the left corner. Inside. Left the initial attempt short. The foul on the shot. We'll wait on the free throw attempts as we hit our final media timeout of the first half of action. 28-15 our score. The Chargers roaring ahead.
For 100 years, the NCAA has supported student athletes competing and going to college. And now, the NCAA and its schools provide healthcare coverage, mental health services, scholarship guarantees, and more. And scholarships have grown. The NCAA is a launching point, a leg up, and a spot to land. See all the ways the NCAA puts student athletes first.
The NCAA recognizes the importance of officiating on the student-athlete experience and is dedicated to the recruitment and retention of new officials for all sports. You can say yes to officiating and visit ncaa.org/sayyes-to-officiating for more information on how to get started. It's a 7-0 run over 2.5 minutes for the Chargers. 15-2 is the run over the last 4 minutes. West Alabama has turned the ball over 4 times over the last 5 minutes of action. 9 turnovers total in the ballgame. And it has opened the door for some serious transition scoring for the Chargers here. Thomas Allard, the junior, transfer from Lincoln Memorial. Misses the first one. Your perfect first trip. He's got 2 points and 4 assists so far. He'll be good on the second. A 14-point advantage now for the Chargers. Trying to grind away these last couple of minutes and head into the locker room with a ton of confidence against a group that they have struggled with this year. Bugs, top of the key. Still nobody to hand it off to. McCray now with just 10 on the shot clock. McCray from the top, too strong. Offensive rebound up for grabs. It knocks out of a couple of hands of the Tigers. And Toles the other way with the right hand. That's too strong. Tulip with the rebound. Got away with one there. Tigers now looking for points. 3 minutes without any scoring. Caleb Parr, the redshirt junior, gets him back on the board. His first points of the ball game. Now 1 of 3. The Chargers are 7 of 21. Holding West Alabama to 7 of 21. The Chargers themselves are now 12 of 26 from the field. Another fantastic, efficient performance. Maybe you look at 31 points and say it's not that great against this West Alabama group. That's a really spectacular total. Bugs cut right through the defense. Nearly jammed it home. Didn't quite have the emphasis on it. 2 points all the same. Toles working around the screen. Dumps it in for Mabe. Mabe out to the corner. Allard from the wing. There'll be a miss. Foul on the rebound attempt as Mabe continues to hold his position on the ground. So it'll be a personal foul on $1,000,000. His first personal foul. Both teams have 6 of them here in the first half of action. Matt Thurman will re-enter. Got Toles, Allard, Thurman, Bryce Mason, and Mabe on the floor for the Chargers. Turnover ends up in the hands of B.J. Brown Jr. Brown Jr. lays it up, and a foul after the made shot as Bugs ends up on the floor. It's a very important substitution. Actually, not quite. It looked like there was going to be a substitution. It would have been a very important one. Rashawn Frederick was looking to check back into the ballgame. He's been very quiet in the tournament. Team's leading scorer. Mentioned he fouled out yesterday. He's only played 10 minutes today. No field goal attempts, 2 turnovers, and a foul. $1,000,000 at the free throw line. Bugs has only attempted 9 free throws this season. That's his 10th. He's now 2 for 10 from the charity stripe. Doesn't play a ton. This is just his 15th appearance of the season. He's totaled 122 minutes before today. Averages just under 2 points a game and 2.5 rebounds. Misses the second free throw. The Tigers, though, are in the bonus. Not that it could have a ton of impact. There's only 70 seconds left in the half. Toles, checked by Brown Jr. Now Mabe on Bugs. Mabe working his way in. Allard working around the screen, but Mabe threw a shoulder. That'll be a 3rd personal foul on Jordan Mabe. That could really limit the Chargers in the second half of action. He's been very impactful. Certainly frustrated as he heads to the tunnel for picking up a 3rd one there, especially setting a screen. He didn't really need to go with the extracurriculars on it. Under a minute to play here in the first half of action. The Chargers are looking for some rhythm offensively. They found it. Now can the Tigers respond? West Alabama, under 10 on the shot clock. Bugs working against Thurman. Bugs back out for Tulip. Got left wide open in the corner. Couldn't punish the defense. Offensive rebound secured by Parr. The shot clock should have reset initially. Tulip sent it off the back iron. McCray with it now. Looking for an opportunity here to score the basketball. Second chance points. B.J. Brown Jr. lost his dribble momentarily. 2 seconds. Tidy layup. That falls good. And a timeout spent by Mick Hedgepeth. The Tigers have cut it to 7. It's a 7-0 run over a minute 40. And another possession saved by B.J. Brown Jr. 10 seconds left in the half. Mick Hedgepeth wants to get his group together to draw up one final play here. See if they can come away with points. Push that lead back up. It's been 2 minutes without a bucket for the Chargers. After a chilly, cold start from the field, and particularly from three-point range, both teams pretty even in the field goal department here. 44% for Alabama Huntsville, 40% for West Alabama. Three-pointers, a big difference in the ball game. Alabama Huntsville's made 4 of them. West Alabama just 1. Christian Thompson back onto the floor for the Tigers. Gulf South Conference Defensive Player of the Year. Canute Wood checked it in. Quentin Toles takes it across. 6 seconds left on the clock here in the first half. Toles back out. It's a foul. It's going to be on a million Bugs. About 0.2 of a second late, trying to intercept that pass before it could get to Matt Thurman. Bumped him right as the ball connected, and Thurman's heading to the free throw line. Thurman been held in check here in the first half. 5 points, only 4 shots, couple of boards. Matt Thurman this season just under 12 points per game. He's good on the first one. He's a very reliable free throw shooter. Just under 74% this season. Doesn't get to the line a ton. Just 72 attempts. A chance here to make the lead 9 before the half. Subbing in for the first time will be Raven Turner, the 6'6" senior guard. Turner doesn't play a ton, but is in here late as a defensive sub. 1 second, the heave from Brown Jr. off the glass. No points to end the half for the Tigers, but it's the Chargers up 33-24 through 20 minutes of action here in a Gulf South Conference rematch. Alabama Huntsville looking for the... They've got their leading scorer, Rashawn Frederick, back on the floor here to start off the second half of action. Only change to the starting lineups is that Mabe is still sitting on the bench, and Griffin Cooper gets the start of the pivot spot for the Chargers. Caleb Parr gets it in for Thompson. Parr now rises up from the mid-range, and he is good on the opening bucket. This West Alabama team loves to shoot mid-range jumpers. They are a throwback style of offense. A little bit of a grind, but early signs of improvement here to start off the second half of action. Three-pointer way long out of the hands of Quentin Toles. He's off again from three-point range. Been a very cool start for him shooting the basketball, and it has continued here. Toles basically taking B.J. Brown Jr. for a ride right there, jumping on his back. You get a look at the replay right here. Went up for the contest, landed on the lower back. It's a foul on Toles. His second personal foul of the ball game. Not something to put too much stock into, but certainly something to keep track of. Frederick rises. It's a foul on Griffin Cooper. And Rashawn Frederick, for the first time today, looking to get active on offense. He has only played 11 minutes in this ballgame. That includes the opening minute here of the second half. He's good on the first free throw. He is the leading scorer. 12.2 points per game. Shoots 68% from the free throw line. He's good on both. Big points here to start off the half. Sean Frederick was a first-team All-Gulf South Conference member this season. Very limited playing time here in the tournament. Thurman out for Mason. Mason to his right. Cutting in. The layup, no good, but it's a foul again on Rashawn Frederick. That's his second personal foul. In a little less than 25 minutes of game action here in the South Region Tournament, Rashawn Frederick has picked up 7 personal fouls. Fouled out yesterday against West Florida. Bryce Mason good on the first free throw. Mason up to 5 points now. 6 points with the free throw made. He misses the second. Thurman off the offensive rebound. No good on the layup. Offensive rebound punch back out. Ends up with a Lard. He left it off the nose. Cooper is going crazy on the offensive glass right now. Another opportunity for the Chargers here on the offensive end thanks to Griffin Cooper. Thurman going up against Thompson. Spin move with the left. Another offensive rebound for Griffin Cooper. And it'll be a foul called on Christian Thompson. Actually, it's going to be on Rashawn Frederick, so that's his third personal foul. And he's going to have to head to the bench again. His playing time has really been slashed into. This is a guy that averages 23 and a half minutes per game. And another foul on the Tigers on the inbound. It's going to go on Elliott Tulip. It's his first personal foul. On the floor currently, only one player has fouls worth monitoring. That's Griffin Cooper. He's got 3 personals. Matt Thurman with it now. Gets it to Toles. Toles to his right. Lays it up with the right. And gets the sweet kiss off the glass for 2. Toles has 12. It's been a bit of an adventure offensively. He's still getting it done. A Million Bugs has it. Waiting for somebody to come dictate what's going to happen here on offense. And it's back in the hands of B.J. Brown Jr. Bugs cuts inside. Baby spin. Hooking around. Bugs draws the foul. A Million Bugs getting active here on offense. He's got 5 points already. He does not score a lot. His season high is 8 points this year. He did that on February 21st in 19 minutes against Auburn Montgomery. He's only scored in 7 of the matchups this season before this one. Had 2 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 steals yesterday. He's actually been very productive in the tournament, albeit seldom playing time. Looking like a little bit of a secret weapon here. He hit both free throws. Mentioned he is not a guy who gets to the line often, and he hasn't been particularly efficient when doing it. But he's good on both here. 3 for 4 in the ballgame. Nearly forces another steal. 6-point lead for the Chargers. Bryce Mason, his three-pointer no good. Bugs with another board. Trying to calm things down a bit. B.J. Brown Jr. Dishes to Bugs. Bugs out to the corner. Tulip to B.J. Brown Jr. Left off to the left-hand side. No good on the attempt. Jacoby Singleton looking to be a second-half hero again. Couldn't convert. Offensive dry spell for the Tigers here, but they're keeping this ball game within arm's reach. No foul call. Thurman inside. Ends up getting tied up before he could release by Parr. Matt Thurman will be going to the free throw line. Couple of subs readying for Mick Hedgepeth. Knute Wood and Jordan Mabe readying to get into the ball game again. Matt Thurman so far, 7 points, 4 rebounds in 19 minutes. Been perfect from the free throw line in this ball game. Bryce Mason and Griffin Cooper head back to the bench. And Thurman sinks the second. 4 for 4 from the line in this ball game. And again, a very efficient 9-point performance from Thurman. 8-point lead for Alabama Huntsville. Singleton inside with the hoist and the foul. Coach Hedgepeth can't believe it. So Matt Thurman's going to pick up his second personal foul. Get another look at it right here on your screen. Team in blue, not overly convinced it was a foul. But Jacoby Singleton heading to the free throw line. He is scoreless in the ballgame so far. 0 for 3 from the field. This is his first trip to the line, and he's good on the first. Singleton this season, 82% from the line. Another guy who doesn't get there all that frequently. Just his 79th free throw attempt of the season coming up right here. And he's good on both. He was certainly the hero in the second half. This Tigers group does not score a lot, but he had 14 points in the second half of the ball game. He had half the field goal attempts for West Alabama in the second half of action yesterday against the Argos. Allard back up top for Thurman. Thurman working in against Tulip. The double team comes. Dribble disrupted, but it's a foul. I believe Caleb Parr is down on the ground. There's a very awkward collision, and we're going to have a timeout here. 16:24 left on the clock as the athletic training staff for West Alabama is going to check on Parr. So if you caught a glimpse of it as we went to the break, the replay showed that a little bit of a roll-up there on the ankle. Caleb Parr heads down to the tunnel, getting checked on. Both sides get an opportunity here, albeit an unfortunate one, but a chance nonetheless to get back together and make sure everybody's on the same page. West Alabama taking every second of the timeout. Alabama Huntsville is already ready to rock and roll. Yeah, they're a little late. Just locked into the huddle. Missed the horn, but everybody back. So it'll be B.J. Brown Jr., Elliott Tulip, A Million Bugs, Rashawn Frederick, And Jacoby Singleton on the floor out of the timeout for the Tigers. And Matt Thurman drains a triple, his second made three-pointer in the ballgame. He's got 12 points, ties with Quentin Toles. 9-point lead for the Chargers, and the three-pointer again making its impact be felt. Frederick inside against Mabe. Pass to the corner for Tulip. Opts not to shoot it. Probably the wise decision. Bugs now against Toles. Bugs to Tulip. Tulip inside. Feinted the mid-range jumper. Mabe knocks the pass loose, and it's knocked out of play off of a Tiger. Jordan Mabe with another really heady play for the freshman. 4 points, 2 assists, but 3 turnovers and 3 personal fouls for Mabe. All the way inside, Quentin Toles. Another bucket, his 6th made field goal in the ballgame. He's up to 14 points. Singleton gets fouled. If it goes on Wood or Allard, it's going to go on Thomas Allard. Just his first personal foul of the ball game, but Alabama Huntsville is now up to 13 personal fouls after only fouling 9 times against PBA. It'll be a travel by Singleton. Real problem here for the Tigers, a lack of scoring. It's been 4.5 minutes without a made field goal. Million Bugs took a little bit of a spill. There's a grimace, but he continues to play here. Allard off again, left it on the nose. The Tigers pushing here. B.J. Brown Jr. surveying his options. Still with the basketball, now leaves it for Tulip. Tulip with the contested three, banks it in. A 4-point play opportunity for Elliott Tulip. Sometimes you have to force the shot, and Elliott Tulip, a prolific three-point shooter, knocks it down through the contact. Tulip at the line, and he sinks it for the 4-point play. Tulip been relatively quiet. Got 9 points now, but just his second made three of the ball game. Thurman back out for Allard. Thought about the three. Drives in on Bugs. Lays it up. Can't get it to fall. Rebound by Singleton. Allard stays quiet in the game. He hasn't made one from the field. Tulip, mid-range jumper. Nylon. Elliott Tulip starting to blossom here. Quentin Toles walks it up the floor. The Tigers have cut it to 5. Jordan Mabe trying to get it back to Toles. Pitches it off. Mabe inside. Bugs pokes it free, but it stays with Huntsville. Allard thought about the three. Pump faked it. Ends up taking it, and he drops it through. His first made field goal. He's got 6 points in the ball game. Big momentum swaying three. Tulip again through contact. No foul call. It wiggled the net, but not through the cup. Tulip inside. That's 2 points. Tulip up to 13 now. Out of nowhere, the sophomore starting to fill it up. 3 subs readying for the Chargers. Mabe inside. Reverse layup is good for 2. Exchanging buckets now as this game picks up the pace. And a foul on Toles. That'll be his 3rd personal foul. The Toles will remain on the floor. Allard, Wood, and Mabe all heading to the bench. On the floor now for the Chargers. Back on for Preston Parker, Griffin Cooper, and Bryce Mason on the floor. So they'll accompany Thurman and Toles. Christian Thompson back on for the Tigers. Need him to get going one way or another, either offensively or defensively. They need his contributions. B.J. Brown Jr. makes the free throw. So Jacoby Singleton will also sub off. Caleb Parr back on. Nice to see him ready to go. He got the ankle taped up, and he's ready to continue. 6-point game. The Tigers are in the bonus here with 13 minutes remaining. Mason inside, cut off, back out up top. Preston Parker to Thurman. Thurman back to Parker. Bugs checking him. 7 on the shot clock now. Thurman dumps it off for Toles. Toles, deep three with a sidestep. Can't get it to fall. Christian Thompson with the rebound. Tulip off the dump off. High arcing three with a rainmaker. Elliott Tulip is blossoming here in the second half. The full effect. Three on the other end. Knocked down by Bryce Mason. Got loose once more. A couple of times he has punished this Tigers defense for forgetting about him. The redshirt freshman forces the timeout from the Chargers bench. 51-45 our score with 12:17 remaining.
Campuses nationwide, the NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes. While they pursue their biggest dreams, we're launching new initiatives to help them. Life-changing education opportunities are just the start. The NCAA is providing enhanced mental health services. We're guaranteeing scholarships and tuition and expanding access to healthcare. Visit ncaa.org/change to learn more.
The NCAA thanks official equipment suppliers Connors Sports, Fiskars, Hilliard, Smitty Officials Apparel, Spalding, Spec Seats, and Wilson Sporting Goods. For their support of NCAA championships, their contributions help enhance the educational and athletic experiences of nearly 500,000 NCAA student athletes. So the timeout spent by Mick Hedgepeth. He's got 2 left in the pocket. As we remain here in the second half of action, things have really picked up both sides offensively here in the second half of action. We had a combined 57 points in the first half. Alabama Huntsville led it 33-24. So far in the second half of action, we have 39 points. And we're not quite 8 minutes deep. Tigers currently outscoring Alabama Huntsville 21-18 here in the second half of action. And it is in large part to Elliott Tulip, who has 11 points. He's 4 of 5 from the field. And the only shot that he has missed, pretty much a heat check 3. He has 11. Rest of the team has 10 in the half. Tulip again rises. All of a sudden, Elliott Tulip has erupted. 19 points here in the ball game for Elliott Tulip. He's 4 of 7 from three-point range. Thompson, Rose, leaned in on Bryce Mason, even though he was going to turn the ball away. That's one of those situations where you wish Thompson would have been able to stay on his feet. The 6'8" forward certainly has the wingspan to just contest with his feet on the ground. We hit the under 12. It's a 3-point ball game between the Gulf South Conference rivals here in the Rick Case Arena.
That's a timeout on betting. It completely changed the game, and you didn't even notice. Let me break it down for you. Betting ads are applying full court pressure and getting you to play the game. Many of you are falling for it and losing big money. Addiction is happening in some more than others. Now players are getting harassed by bettors. And we all know that's not how the game is won. So it's on us to be good teammates and draw the line to stay ahead of betting consequences.
Back here after the under 12 media timeout, and the story of half number 2 so far, the sophomore guard, Elliott Tulip, has been blistering hot out of the timeouts. This guy, his season high in points is 24. He currently has 19 points on 7 of 11 shooting. Sometimes the difference in March can be one guy just getting hot and carrying it over from game to game, and it more often than not is a guy who can beat you with the triple. Elliott Tulip willing his team back into this ball game. He had 5 points in the first half of action. He had the only made three-pointer in the ball game. He is still the only Tiger with a made three-pointer. Redshirt freshman at the free throw line, splits the pair. So Bryce Mason up to 10 points now. He is the third Charger to hit double figures. There are 2 for West Alabama. Tulip and B.J. Brown Jr., 19 and 12 respectively. Brown Jr. with it here. Working around the edge. Under 15 on the shot clock now. A little bit of a tie-up. Griffin Cooper got a handful of jersey right there as he was trying to poke the ball away. And for Griffin Cooper, that's going to be his 4th personal foul, so he's going to have to sub out. And you've got some real foul trouble here for Alabama Huntsville. Quentin Toles is sitting on 3 personal fouls. Jordan Mabe, who just checked back in, has 3 himself. And Griffin Cooper just picked up his 4th. Mentioned the Tigers are already in the bonus. The big free throw right there for Christian Thompson as he'll get the full effect of the 1-and-1. He's not a great free throw shooter, just over 60% this season. But a guy who is a near walking double-double, 9.5 points, 10 rebounds per game. Mentioned an elite defender, particularly in the paint. The Gulf South Conference Defensive Player of the Year. Missed the second, so it remains a 3-point ball game. Jordan Mabe with the made field goal. Christian Thompson irate with the call. Wasn't even his foul to be picked up, but he is defending his teammates. Trying to keep everybody composed right now. But Jordan Mabe at the free throw line. This is his first free throw attempt of the ball game and a chance for him to have a season high against these Tigers. And he'll leave it at the line too. Misses the free throw. Mentioned earlier, he has scored 8 points in every game in this matchup this season. B.J. Brown Jr. back into the scoring column. He's got 14 points. He's at 50% from the field. 5 assists, 0 turnovers for the point guard who is rising to the occasion in March. Mabe inside, dumps it off. Adjusted before leaving his feet was Preston Parker. He's got 2. Up to 4 points now in the ball game. Parker checking Brown Jr. Inside. Thompson gets whacked. Preston Parker picking up the foul. It'll just be his second. Both teams are in the bonus. You've got just under 10.5 minutes to play here. So the pace of this one is very quick to begin this second half of action. It is going to slow down quite a bit here. That's really how the Tigers like to play, just that slow, grinded out style. Really derail your offense. Thompson misses the first. There's a shooting foul, so he gets both. Substitution has a million bugs, heads to the bench. Jacoby Singleton back on the floor. And Christian Thompson good on the second. It's up to 4 points in the ball game. He's got 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 blocks, and a steal, but the 3 personal fouls might just have to play through them. Trying to direct traffic here through the screen Mabe with the screen. Corner three. Rattles in and out. Rebound popped up. Brown Jr. ends up with it. Allard still chilly from the field. Thompson with the offensive rebound and draws the foul. If that's on Jordan Mabe, it's his fourth. So both of the usual bigs for Alabama Huntsville have 4 personal fouls, which means you're going to get a little bit of a lineup change here. Some small ball potentially being deployed by the Chargers. Knute Wood checks in for Mabe. So Matt Thurman's going to work at the 5. And Thomas Allard will be your quote-unquote 4. Christian Thompson trying to make it a 1-possession ball game right here. Left it short. Allard with the rebound. Under 10 to play. Alabama Huntsville in a real bind with their personal fouls. Rashawn Frederick, an absolute bucket getter, looming to sub into the ball game. Poked free momentarily. No foul. It's a late whistle for the foul. Coach Hedgepeth was begging for it. It came late. He tries to calm his group down. Now Caleb Parr is going to pick up his 4th personal foul. Oh, both sides are going to be limited. Thomas Allard. Not his typical day. He's been quiet in both tournament games so far. 6 points. He is 1 of 7 from the field, 1 of 6 from three-point range. Does have 2 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals, though, as we got some mop-up duty. Quentin Toles helping out the cleanup crew, making sure everything's ready to go. Caleb Parr is going to sub out. Travion McCray back on. Another sure-handed ball handler for the Tigers here. It's a group that does not turn it over regularly. They've turned it over 11 times, but you've got 5 guys who are very comfortable creating for themselves now. Allard good on the first. This is where he's been at his most productive today. And he knocks down both. So 5 of 6 from the free throw line is Allard. Lead back to 5 for Alabama Huntsville. McCray nearly lost it. B.J. Brown Jr. hands it off for Frederick. Frederick working up against Matt Thurman, and he gets a bucket. That's his first made field goal of the ball game, and it comes with 9:15 left. 4 points for the Tigers' leading scorer, Rashawn Frederick. Quentin Toles gets planted here. Jacoby Singleton will pick up his 2nd personal foul. I mentioned coming out of the halftime about the turnovers for West Alabama. They are one of the best teams in the country at not turning it over. They have turned it over in 3 straight games, 10 or more times. Season-long streak is 4 in a row, and they're hoping not to extend the streak, but to keep their season alive. Toles hits the first. His first trip to the free throw line today after unconventionally working his way there a couple of times in yesterday's ball game. Toles will sub out. All eyes right now on Griffin Cooper. His 4 personal fouls. Knute Wood, Bryce Mason, Matt Thurman, Thomas Allard, and Griffin Cooper on the floor for the Chargers. Same pairing out for the Tigers. B.J. Brown Jr. with a made triple. He is the first player not named Elliott Tulip to knock one down from distance. The Tigers trying to orchestrate their defense right here. It's a 2-point ball game. Quentin Toles not on for Alabama Huntsville. Canute Wood running it from the point. Matt Thurman steps to his right. It's a blocking foul on Rashawn Frederick, and that's going to be his fourth. A little bit of a gamble there defensively for a guy who has been very limited in this tournament due to personal fouls. He's only played 16 minutes in this ballgame, and Matt Thurman misses the first. It's his first miss from the free throw line today. As Rashawn Frederick heads to the bench, you're hoping for him to maybe sit on the bench for 3 or 4 minutes, and hopefully you can keep it right where it is if you're the Tigers, as Thurman makes the second. Matt Thurman up to 13 points. B.J. Brown gets it across the timeline, faced by Wood. Kobe Singleton off to a million bugs. He's been very productive today. He's back on. Tulip around the screen by Bugs. Tulip inside. Lost his dribble. Ends up with Griffin Cooper, and the Chargers will take it the other way. Canute Wood. Over to Allard. Allard sends it to the corner. Three-pointer for the Chargers. Short. Brown Jr. sent it off of Griffin Cooper. There's some arguments from the Chargers coaching staff. Could be an opportunity to spend that challenge. As it stands, we'll take the media timeout. 7:51 remaining. We got a nail-biter in Davie.
NCAA athletes don't just compete. They make history. Representing our nation with pride and excellence, they bring home the hardware. Our college campuses serve as training grounds for the next generation of stars. Catch tomorrow's Olympians and Paralympians on the NCAA Championship stage today.
Second ever meeting between these two teams in the South Region tournament. Last time it came in 2023 with Alabama Huntsville victorious by 16 points in that one. It has again been a very low-scoring ball game. The Tigers kind of having their way. This is how they like the games to be, especially when it's getting late, lower scoring. Mention that the Chargers all season long, encapsulating, including yesterday's game, 83.4 points per game. That number gets cut to 65.3 points per game against West Alabama. 61 right now, just under 8 minutes to play. They've shot 7 of 24 from deep, but a couple of big three-pointers have swayed some of the momentum. Brown Jr. passes to Tulip. Tulip got his foot kicked out from under him after the shot. Offensive board. Brown Jr. ended up with it. Be a foul on Thurman. Matt Thurman just picked up his third personal foul. So currently on the floor, Quentin Toles and Matt Thurman have 3 personal fouls, and then Griffin Cooper has his 4. B.J. Brown Jr. was 4 of 6 from the free throw line today, and we're out to his 17 points. It's up to 5 rebounds, 5 assists, still no turnovers. He's played nearly 30 full minutes. And over there, head coach Nick Woodruff looking for a little bit more scoring. You have two offenses heading in very different directions over the last couple of minutes. The Tigers are 6 of their last 8 from the field. The Chargers haven't scored from the field in over 3 minutes. First free throw good for B.J. Brown Jr. as he moves to 18 points. It's been a very guard-heavy day scoring the basketball. B.J. Brown Jr. now ties with Elliott Tulip, both of them at 19 points. Tigers bench pleading for the group to talk on the floor. Looking to communicate. It's a 1-point ball game. Largest lead at 1 point for the Chargers was 14. The Tigers haven't led since it was 4-2. Kicked out to the corner. No offensive foul. Great job by Bryce Mason to keep his dribble right there. Knew he didn't commit the foul. It's a 3-point lead once again for Alabama Huntsville. Brown Jr. to McCray. McCray to Buggs. Buggs back to Brown Jr. Working around the screen by Buggs. Brown Jr. inside. Back to McCray. 11 on the shot clock. McCray turns around. Faces the basket once again. Driving baseline. Kicked for Brown Jr. Sidestep three-pointer. Bottom! B.J. Brown Jr. with 22 points. Tie ball game. 6:20 to play here in the fourth meeting between the Tigers and the Chargers. Buggs squares off with Toles. Bryce Mason inside again. Buggs tried to bring the double team. Now Toles inside. Works around. It'll be a blocking foul. So B.J. Brown Jr., just his first personal foul. Quentin Toles just now getting help to his feet. He has a bit of a tendency to pick up some foul calls. Just let the whistle aid him a little bit here in the tournament, trying to generate some of his points. From the field, relatively quiet day. He's 6 of 15, 2 of 8 from three-point range. Started the game 0 of 3 from distance. He's good on the first here. He's now 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Add in 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. He has not turned the ball over today. Rashawn Frederick will check back in for the Tigers. Jacob May back on the floor as well. It's a turnover. Tulip gave it away, and Quentin Toles with another steal. Really another one given away. Brown Jr. settles it down. Frederick setting the screen now. 4-point lead for Alabama Huntsville. A costly turnover for a team that does not turn it over frequently. Passed into Buggs. 11 on the shot clock. Working around Frederick. Now back out. Rashawn Frederick. Thought about the mid-range two. Ends up taking it off the back of the tray. Singleton couldn't secure the offensive rebound, but it will stay on this end of the floor. Get another look at the two sides fighting for the loose ball. Thomas Allard had a chance at it, but couldn't quite swipe it. Both coaching staffs trying to inform their players of some potential tendencies here. Rashawn Frederick with it, fresh 20 on the shot clock. Allard poked it loose and knocked it off of B.J. Brown Jr. That's another fantastic defensive play by Allard. Won't go in the book as a steal, but he's had a couple of those today. Jacoby Singleton heads to the bench. Christian Thompson back out on the floor. 5:19 left on the clock. GSC Defensive Player of the Year back available. Mabe Inside, spinning, dumping it off. Mason working through. Getting the shot to fall. Bryce Mason with 14 points. The redshirt freshman delivering here late in the ball game. The lead back to 6. It's a 6-0 run for Alabama Huntsville over 63 seconds. Tigers needing a bucket here. Trying to keep the pace. Frederick nearly turns it over. Dumps it in. Thompson a little too strong. Offensive board by Frederick. Couldn't get it to drop, but it's a foul. Matt Thurman is going to pick up his 4th personal foul. Slid into the way of Rashawn Frederick on his way to the cup. So both players in the front court for the Chargers, Thurman and Mabe, on 4 personal fouls, and Rashawn Frederick knocks down the first. Both teams have been in the bonus for about 10 minutes since the 10-minute mark. For the Chargers, free throw line can certainly be a big boost for the Tigers here, a team that wants to keep it slow and in the half court. Jacoby Singleton back in for $1,000,000. It's a 4-point ball game with 4.5 minutes remaining. Thomas Allard will take it up. Allard, who's really been dishing it today. He's got 4 assists and 8 points. Hands it off to Toles. Toles checked by Brown Jr. Frederick by Singleton. Inside once again is the redshirt freshman Bryce Mason. Nearly turning it over. And it will be a turnover as Jacoby Singleton pounced on the loose ball. Toles takes a spill. Brown Jr. pull up 3. In and out. Just rolled around the rim. I think Christian Thompson might have just picked up his 4th personal foul. As we head to the final media timeout of regulation. Tight ball game, 69-65, 3:57 remaining.
NCAA expresses our gratitude to our corporate champions and partners. Without their support, these great championship moments and opportunities are not possible for our student athletes. The NCAA's commitment to the highest levels of fairness and well-being, along with the pursuit of excellence in both academics and athletics, helps build a championship culture. With their generosity, our corporate partners make it possible to celebrate champions. Thank you.
So we're back looking for the conclusion of this 4th meeting between the University of Alabama Huntsville, the University of West Alabama, the 3-7 matchup. After 2 wins yesterday that went exactly how these two teams wanted the games to go. One, a grinded out, low-scoring affair. The other, a 3-point barrage that they had the better ammunition for. Jordan Mabe at the free throw line. Looking to push this one back to 5 points. He will with the first. Up to 9 points, which is a season high in this matchup. 4 for 4 from the field, 2 boards, 3 assists. And those 4 personal fouls pretty early on. The playing time hasn't been usual amount. Elliott Tulip inbounds it. Now we'll bring it up the floor. Got off to a scorching start in the second half, but has been held in check. Still in those 14 points. It's pretty much just been Tulip and Brown Jr. in the second half of action. This sent in, and then 2 points for Rashawn Frederick, who now has 8 points in the second half. All 8 of his points have come in the second half of action. He did not have a field goal attempt before the second half started. Mason for 3, no good. Rebound by the Tigers. Looking for another bucket right here to make it a one-possession game again. They had it tied momentarily. Frederick inside, threw Mabe to the side, and Frederick with the bucket. Rashawn Frederick up to double digits now. 10 points. There'll be a blocking foul as Jacoby Singleton hits the floor. Third personal foul on Singleton. We'll have Bryce Mason. Bryce Mason, the redshirt freshman from Madison, Alabama. 14 points. He is second on the Chargers in this ballgame in points. He has 14 of them before this trip to the free throw line in 24 minutes. 5 of 10 from the field. He's also at 50% from the charity stripe. He's good on the first. Puts him at 15 points. And he knocks down both. Bryce Mason, this season, he has hit 15 points 3 other times. He now has a season high in points with 16 of them. Puts the Chargers back up by 4. Frederick inside, the double came. Pass went off the foot of Toles. They're staying on this end of the floor. Time running out. Alabama Huntsville looking to close this one out and get the last laugh. Tulip for 3 again. Left it off the nose. Rebound collected by Thurman. A big rebound for Matt Thurman right there to close out that possession. Thurman bumping on Singleton here just across the timeline. Allard working with Singleton now. 13 on the shot clock. Allard still with it, going baseline, rips it to Thurman, wide open. Bottom! Matt Thurman with one of the biggest shots of the ball game. Under 2 minutes left, and the three-pointer reemerges for Alabama Huntsville. Lead back to 7. Timeout called by the Chargers. Final 2 minutes of play here inside the Rick Case Arena. Another thriller in this South Region tournament. Had a couple of great ones yesterday, a couple where the scores got out of hand pretty quickly. You expect the two teams that are meeting each other for the fourth time to play it pretty close. Most of the games this season have been pretty close between these two sides, and it's that way again. 7-point game after the made triple by Matt Thurman. B.J. Brown Jr. takes it across. Quentin Toles picking him up nearly full court. Caleb Parr with it. Been limited with the 4 personals. Matt Thurman will scoop up the loose ball. It's another turnover. West Alabama has now turned it over 15 times. Thurman gets it into the hands. Redshirt freshman once again. Thurman dumps it off. Bryce Mason over to Toles. Really using this clock here. Mason right in front of his own bench. Drives past Singleton. Singleton got a hand on the pass. Back for Toles. 3. Good. Quentin Toles with his third made triple. 23 points. And Toles has done it again. Under a minute to play now. It's a 10-point ball game. And Matt Thurman just fouled out. He's not happy about it. A couple of audible displeasures. Jordan Mabe and Canute Wood will check back into the ball game here as Thurman and Griffin Cooper head to the bench. Kobe Singleton at the free throw line where all of his points have come from today. He's 0 for 3 from the field, but 2 of 2 from the line. He makes the first here. A Million Bugs checking in. He will replace Caleb Parr. Bugs has been a little bit more defensive oriented. Got his hands on a couple of passes. Been a great rebounder. Singleton makes both. Timeout called by the West Alabama bench with 51 seconds remaining. It's now an 8-point ball game. Matt Thurman out. But is the lead enough for the Chargers to punch their ticket to Tuesday? Returning from the timeout called by West Alabama. Closing stages of this ball game. West Alabama has, for the most part, kept the Chargers pretty quiet, but a very high-scoring second half here. Both teams over 45 points in the half. Allard gets it in. Toles sprinting down the floor, going right at Singleton. Hands it off to Mabe. Mabe up top. Allard will settle it down. 20 seconds on the shot clock. And now A Million Bugs will foul Canute Wood. Just 38 seconds remaining on the game clock here. Just trying to see if maybe the Chargers would give one away there or if it could be a steal. Now, Canute Wood at the free throw line. He is a 79% free throw shooter this season. This is his first point of the ball game. He's played 20 minutes. Rashawn Frederick and Caleb Parr have both checked back in. A Million Bugs and Christian Thompson to the bench. Now, all offense here for the Tigers. Wood can make it 10 again. He will not be able to. Misses the second. Frederick pushing it down the floor. Inside against Mabe, and he lost it off his boot. Bit of a microcosm of what has impeded West Alabama's offense right there. A little bit too quick down the floor, and a costly turnover. Allard inbounds it to Mabe, who gets fouled immediately by Singleton. Thinking maybe that one was a little too firm. Mabe at 73% from the line this season. He is 2 of 3 today. 10 points. Hasn't missed from the field. Really got to appreciate the fact that he has been able to play very reliably, even with the 4 personal fouls. Alabama Huntsville going to get very close to their season scoring average, which they have not been able to do against this West Alabama team all season. Mabe with the second. He is good on both. 12 points for him. McCray hoists up the 3. Left it well short. Offensive board. B.J. Brown Jr. He'll knock it down. A late strike from distance. It's B.J. Brown Jr. The junior with another late make. Mabe again getting fouled fairly hard. It's a rather low-key guy. When you look at his temperament, Jacoby Singleton has fouled out of the ball game, so Rashawn Frederick will re-enter. With all the guys picking up the personal fouls in this one, there's been a combined 44 of them, but only 2 guys have fouled out. Matt Thurman and now Jacoby Singleton. You've got 19 seconds left. A couple of these guys really had to play heavy minutes with high foul totals. Handful of substitutions readying for the Tigers. Inslee Carroll has entered the ball game. KJ Anderson, Braden Peters, and Tristan Watson all check in. B.J. Brown Jr. remaining on the floor now for the Tigers. A couple of guys in similar fashion readying for the Chargers. Thomas Allard will get a round of applause from the Alabama Huntsville fans who have made the trip. As Preston Parker re-enters. Mabe misses the free throw. B.J. Brown Jr. will take it down the floor. So Trey Hamilton will not get the opportunity to sub into this ball game. Brown Jr.'s 3 is short. 9 seconds left on the clock. The foul by Inslee Carroll actually will allow for Trey Hamilton to enter the ball game. The senior will get his first couple of seconds. Now, Alabama Huntsville surpasses their season average scoring, and in just 7 seconds will secure another date in the South Region Championship game. Both free throws are missed. Last chance. Three-pointer well off the mark, and that's the ball game. An 83-74 final score as the University of Alabama Huntsville gets the last laugh over West Alabama. Mick Hedgepeth back to the South Region Championship game. Who the Chargers will play? Got to wait and see. Nova Southeastern University and Montevallo are set to do battle in about 30 minutes right here inside the Rick Case Arena. The Chargers are feeling this victory as the closing sounds are played out by the West